Hi, everybody. I have with me today my dear, dear close friend, Jody Lichter, and she is one of our our wonderful models in our fierce and fabulous, tastefully done calendar. So, Jody, I mean, you and I are such close friends, and I'm just so excited that you're here and you just look so darn cute today. And but I'm so glad that you're here to talk to me about this and talk about your experience with being a model. Jody is also one of our Aging but Dangerous kick-ass models that she did, like, oh, Jody, my gosh, what, 10 years ago or something?
At least.
Wow. But anyway, she still looks fabulous. I think you look better today than ever. Anyway, all right, honey, I love you to pieces for doing this, but tell me, what did you get out of this? Well, first of all, what made you want to do it? I know I was pretty heavy and convincing, but
Uh, I have decided to challenge myself by doing things that stretch and challenge and are just something I wouldn't have typically done.
yep.
I'm not one who looks in the mirror much. I tend to intuit how I feel in clothing and how I look. I mean, I look at my head and put on my makeup that way, but I typically am very self-critical. So I thought that maybe by doing this, I would be able to embrace myself as I am.
Yeah.
And um, so that was the main point. And you asked, and
Yeah. I
you
know,
know,
and you're one of my closest friends, and my friends did step up to the plate for me. There's no question about it. And I think you, like some of the others said, I wouldn't have done this for anyone else but you, Jean. So, it's like, but you just said the perfect thing, Jody. The perfect thing that Aging but Dangerous is all about is, like, pushing that envelope, pushing the envelope and going out of your comfort zone and doing something you're not comfortable with. The sad thing to me is that you did not, like your picture.
mhm.
And that was very sad. But everyone else likes it. I was just telling Jody earlier that I've showed this to so many people. I've been in a lot of interviews in a lot of places, and her picture is one of the ones they pick out. And I always say, no, don't show it, because she doesn't want it shown on TV. So, but your picture is one of the ones that they they really like. I mean, it's a beautiful picture, but I know you don't like it. But what I love is that you have been such a good sport and such a good friend that you have still gone along with it and still been, supportive of Aging but Dangerous, and me buying it back, and all the things that have been happening. So I really, really thank you for that. But Jody, it's so funny, when we had our launch and we were all signing our pictures, and these men and these different people would come to you and you would cover up your picture and then sign it
Mhm.
because you didn't want to see your picture. Oh,
Mhm.
you're just such a little stinker. But you've come a long ways, and I know you're really, working on that. But you know what, Jody, I'm the same way. I mean, I did that interview with Channel 11, and I still haven't looked at it, and everybody's told me how good it is, and I look great, and blah blah blah, and I still haven't watched it. I have a hard time watching myself, on television. I don't have trouble doing these videos, but I have trouble watching, myself. So I do understand a portion of it, but gosh, you look so good. But okay, so you did that. Have you had any friends that have seen it, that comment on it, or have you had, I know you're not pushing it because you're not happy with your picture, but what's happened on that?
I've shown it to a couple of people. Um and otherwise I haven't,
Right,
you
right.
know.
Yeah, yeah. And I understand that. I understand. But you do connect with the purpose of why we did it. You do connect with the fact that we are trying to change that stereotype. And the fact of, why I did it was to change that, it's not about the body, it's about our attitude and everything. So even though you don't like your picture, which the rest of us love, but you don't like it, but at least you had that attitude, of going in and knowing that, it's about your attitude. You didn't like the picture and the way you looked in it, but you still had a good attitude about it. Wouldn't you agree?
Yeah, my expectations were a little bit different, which is why it was disappointing to me. I really thought that I'd have more creative input.
Okay.
And as I'm a stylist, I'm a
Yeah.
food and prop stylist, so that was kind of part of the disappointment. And and I went in. It was a great time. We had a great time. I got to see some of the older models, not older, younger than me, but some of the models that I hadn't seen in a long time, and the energy was wonderful. And yes, I feel like it's an important statement
Mhm.
about aging. I think particularly now when we are all there, the population is much older in a
Right.
sense. And I never thought I'd be this age ever.
How old are
And
you now?
I'm not going to say.
Okay, well, I can look it up in the calendar. But
I
I'm
turn
just,
I'm 70. I turned
okay,
70 in July.
and then look, I mean, I was just going to tell everybody, look how great you look at 70. I mean, it's just like I just can't get over how good everybody looks.
Well, thank you.
Yeah,
Thank you.
you're welcome. But I know this was, I know it was hard for you, but I guess what I'm trying to say is that it was hard for you, Jody, and you didn't like the end result, but you still did it. You still, because you're my friend, you let me go ahead and use it, the picture. I'm so grateful for that, because if you hadn't have, I would have been in deep, deep trouble. So I'm so grateful for that. As you know, I love the picture. Everybody else does too, but it's okay if you don't, because we all see ourselves different. But I'm just so grateful for you. I'm so grateful for you. I'm so grateful for your friendship. You're one of the first people to join ABD, Aging But Dangerous. And you are one of our models, kick-ass models. I mean, you've been at all the functions. You've done all kinds of wonderful things. And this is just another step, of what we've done. And it's really getting rave reviews. I may end up in New York. They may, you all may end up in New York on a show or something. I don't know, but I'm talking to a lot of different people. So it's been such a joy. And I'm so sad that you don't like your picture. And
It's
you're
it's
so beautiful.
Thank you.
I
Thank
know.
you.
I know. It's hard. It's hard. And we made sure that there was no, photoshopping going on. We made sure that there was I think the difficult thing was that maybe, we'll change next time if we do it again, is that, I said to everybody, you can't see your picture till the calendar comes out. But
And
Jody,
that
I know
was
that I
one of my
showed you
biggest.
yeah, but we showed you all your pictures. You didn't like any of them, honey.
You didn't show me all of them. You showed me 4.
Okay.
But it doesn't, it's a done deal. I really felt that each of us could have had some, confidence and about being part of the process of choosing.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, we learn on each project, we learn so much about what we do. And it's, it's all a process, isn't it?
Mhm. Yep.
Now tell us again, because I have to start telling these people that are interviewing me about the models. You, and I always say about you, about you're a food and um
And prop media stylist. So what that
yeah,
means
okay, so
is,
okay, here I'm writing that down because I always say you're a food stylist, but they always want to know, I mean, are these women that are professional? Are these women just like stay at home, grandmas or that? And I'm like, no, every one of these women are professionals. So, okay, I just wrote that down because it's you know, you plus you're a dental hygienist, but you do beautiful food and prop media. You're a stylist. I mean, that is such a wonderful thing that you do,
thank
and
you.
that's
And
I
I
don't.
design jewelry. I'm wearing a
Yes,
piece of
you
mine right
do.
now.
Okay, we can't see it. Show it to us. Oh, there you go. Oh, Jody, that's fabulous.
Thank you.
Okay, now
Thank
and
you.
what's your jewelry website?
JodyLichter.com is my website for everything.
Okay.
Unfortunately, I had to have it rebuilt because the host platform wasn't allowing me to go in and make additions and changes. That is still very much a work in progress. But it's to promote my jewelry making, and it's to promote styling, and eventually we'll be promoting the writing that I'm doing.
Hmm.
So, but it's, again, I haven't had the opportunity to really build on it.
Right.
And so it's still being updated.
I know, but that's so great. I love that piece. What's the
So
stones or
I originally started I collected charms, and in the process of collecting charms, I decided to do a necklace that was all based on shoes. So it was all shoes. It was like flip-flops, all sterling silver, and some old and some not so old. And then in the process of looking for them, I found all these other fabulous charms. So like there's a mixer, a blender in here, and there's a fan, and there's an old garage where the top comes up, and there's all these wonderful charms. And I thought, I'm just going to make this for me. And it's more of a selling point in a sense or it's more of a statement piece to people to let them know that I do custom jewelry, that I can take old and new pieces and combine and make whatever someone likes. Or I can take a piece that someone doesn't care for and recreate it, or take vintage pieces that belong to family heirlooms and create pieces for them. So um, again, it's something I've done for a really long time, and I need to get back on my horse on all the
well,
pieces.
yeah, because I mean, just like we always say, Jody, we gotta do ABD, we gotta do whatever makes us happy. So yeah, you do need to. So I want to go back to the calendar. I want to tell everybody that Jody is July.
Which is my birthday month.
And she doesn't want me to show her picture, so I
You
respect her enough, so I will not.
have to buy it to get it.
Yeah, that's really, I love that. Yeah, you have to buy it because
Buy
that
it
looks
to see
good.
it.
Yeah,
Mhm.
it looks good. I do find that sometimes that people, once they look at the pictures, they're like, okay, I've seen it. So, they go, it's like they don't have to buy it. But no, it's been really great. And there's so much good feedback. So I love you for doing this. I love you for being in the calendar. It means so much to me. I can't tell you how much it means to me. And you're a part of this wonderful, wonderful thing that I will take to my grave, because I think I'm more proud of this calendar than I am of anything else I've done. And that's saying a lot, but I'm so proud of it. It's like part of my heart, and each one of you in the calendar are part of my heart. So I love you for that, Jody.
I love
So
you too, Jean.
I know. So thank you, honey. And we'll thank you for doing this short little interview. So we will talk later.
Okay.